guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Okay, so we are actively constructing our new vehicle manufacturing facility. What is it called? A vehicle production line. And with the hope that we can actually produce our own vehicles. It is just gone the summertime, so we've just got a frozen of the, or we just got the snow out of the way, and we are continuing full steam ahead at constructing both the vehicle production line and also at the same time the well, we'll get to this. What I thought we could do, we still have some heating problems elsewhere, is we could actually assign some more of the helicopters to make a start on some of these things. While I quickly remove, I can't actually do that. Okay, fine. Fine. I messed that up. I actually want to... Let's assign some helicopters to build some of these roads so that we can make a little bit of a quicker journey once we actively get there. There is plenty to do here. So let's get as many of these items going so that we can actively get people in here now. Okay, so I've got this one set up, and I've just assigned it before the episode to get some fuel in here. So hopefully we will have a refueling facility pretty close by and quickly on top of us. What we might do is let's give it a little bit of some work here. A spruce, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a few trees around the corner so it's at least looking reasonably nice. Okay, there we go. We'll do something like that just so that it's a little bit nicer looking. Okay, we are exporting lots and lots of our waste now again, just to get control of things, and I think we're on track now, at least, so everything should be continuously moving. This is obviously struggling a lot. And I'm kind of wondering, to a certain degree, if we just get one or two of them that just constantly driving back and forth between this and that. I don't know. We've got all of these facilities here ready to go, doing their thing. So I'm not too sure if that is the correct course of action. How do we get this to work better? We are reconstructing. Lots of stuff happening at the moment. Yeah, we've got some vehicles here ready to go. We do have unemployment, and we are, I believe the unemployment, can we see who's unemployed? Unemployment. Lifespan. Can't visit a doctor. Actually, I'll have to have a look at that. Do we have someone who didn't work yesterday? I'm pretty sure there is a view for that. Workers was unemployed yesterday. So we can see, okay, so let's zoom it out so we can see where they are. There's a bit over here. There's a fair bit over there. I do find that we see a lot of unemployment, but there isn't unemployment really here. Right, so there's a bit of a spot there. So what is this guy talking about? Over here? Oh, yeah. Look at that. So why? Why are they not working? They can walk somewhere, right? They can walk here. It's this. I think the platform is full. This is the issue. Okay. This is the issue we have. Okay, so there is a bus service here that moves passengers, right? There's a local passenger bus route. Okay. There's only 2-3 buses on it. How old are these buses? Pretty new, actually. Okay, so I've recently obviously purchased some new ones. So let's buy at least one more. How many people goes on one of these buses? 85. Maybe, you know what? Give me a depot. Let's buy total capacity. This guy takes 135, 128. We'll do the 128 at 70 kilometers an hour. So let's grab me two of these guys. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll assign it to the passenger line. Cornoe Harbor, local passengers, right? That's the only one. So we'll do that. And the other one, we'll assign it there too. The chavs. Get the chavs over there. Local passengers, okay? We'll pop in here and we'll get both of them to go. And what I hope will happen is we will move more of these passengers so we can see slightly more workers come in. I mean, this is like, yeah, there we go. We're already seeing some workers here. What is this bus? I need to drop this bus. So the buses is the biggest problem, right? So if we go to Cornoe Hills workers, so let's do Cornoe Harbor. So what is this stuff? So let's do these two buses. I would like to get rid of them. And then Cornoe Hills workers is the other one we want. So let's grab Cornoe Hills workers. And this is like how many people on these buses, right? Only 52. So let's just get normal buses for this. So let's go total capacity. Actually, let's go speed. We only want buses, please. Buses at speed is, we'll grab some of these guys. Give me 2 of them. Actually, give me 3 of them. And we'll assign it to that, okay? So what we want to do is we grab this bus. How do we do it? We just say, this is the easiest way, right? I'm going to grab it here saying set line to vehicle. There, and there. Beautiful. So they will work. Get rid of that. We'll get this and we'll say go, and go. And that's fine. And we'll move on over here and we'll get these guys to be salvaged. We can give me... Why can I not do... This is a bus, right? Hi. Why? This bus? Yeah, please. So this bus... Why is this bus... What is this bus doing? What? Why is it not? What's going on? Is it under repair? Vehicle is being repaired. Can we cancel that repair? Can we? Oh, the repair, missing plastics, all kinds of things. Can we? Oh, we can. I think we can. Let's cancel that repair, please. Then go out of here and say you're going all the way to be. Oops, auto saving. To be salvaged. Thank you. Okay, so we have, I think we've done what we needed to do here. So let's have a quick look to see if we're moving slightly more workers out of here. I haven't seen the chav here yet. Would like to see the longer bus come in and take on a lot more of these passengers. We're seeing a bit more workers here now at least. Students waiting around. Love to see the chavs in. As the unemployment is an issue over here because of this bus station not doing its thing. We do need to bear that in mind. And the ultimate reason for it is because there's so many passengers filling it up. I wished what we could do. I know you can switch it off for passengers, but I kind of wished we could, limit it. Say no more than 100 passengers, or something like that. Right? That would be useful. Here comes the chav. So hopefully the chav will pull out at least half of these passengers, right? There we go. That's a good number. So the chav would have pulled up, right? 128. There's workers in there too. Interesting. There comes another chav. Ah, excellent. So now we're starting to see a lot more workers available here. I'm not sure the local passenger line should be doing this, right? Let's have a quick look over here. So what we're saying is get in and get out, right? So what are you doing? You are going from here to over here. I guess you can move workers around too, you know. I guess as long as it's moving, it should be fine. As long as it's moving, it should be fine. But again, I'm thinking we're seeing too many passengers over here. So let's quickly have a look. If we say, not this one, and look at some stats as well. If we were to say this, right, these numbers are still ridiculously high. still ridiculously high. So we need, I'm almost saying we need something else to move people around. So maybe what we need to do is say, guys, I'm not sure. The chav is back. So the chav is doing its thing over here. And it'll fill up with whatever. It takes all of my workers as well and doesn't take that many passengers. And this is my concern, right? Students, it's doing a reasonable job. Maybe what we need to do is get even another one in there. So grab one more chav. Total capacity on buses, please give me one more chav. And what we'll do is we'll assign yet another one to that mix of to the local passenger line. And we'll make a start just so that we keep things moving. If we keep things moving a little bit more, we'll probably see more workers here and things like that. Now, we do have a situation here where we could do something here that gets us a little bit more workers. So that uses some of the workers. So what actually uses a fair bit of workers? Max amount of visitors, 40. That's a library. That's not bad. I mean, we could squeeze something in. But in reality, we want it over here somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether we've got anything in our books for this one. Technical services, this area should be fine, well served. Now, what we did find is Cecilgrad had a bit of a problem with regards to healthcare. We didn't have access to healthcare. So if I went here again, let's just have a look. We're looking for some buildings. I'm looking for a clinic or a hospital. Give me a hospital. So we only have the one over there. We don't have anything saying clinic, right? The clinic should pop up on here as well, right? Hospital. That's a clinic over there, right? Was that a hospital? Oh, yeah, clinics pop up as well. So we don't have a clinic. So what I'm thinking is we need a clinic in this area over here somewhere to provide some further access. Something like this could actually work. We have a large waste facility here already, and we have some pretty reasonable accessibility here as well. So let's have a look. Can we find ourselves a reasonable clinic to pop in here? So hospitals, I'm thinking something like this hospital here is not a bad idea. If we flip it around to get it to be accessed like that, I think we could squeeze it. It seems to want to be able to squeeze it. Let's just have a look where our ridge starts. We could do something on the edge over here. I think slightly more center is probably better. So we can pick up anything we build on this side, which will be pretty far from that side too. So I guess something like this is probably the right spot. Let's flip it around and get the access to go. That doesn't really want to work. We flip it back and we'll put it in here. It's going to be fine. It'll have water, it'll have heating, it'll have everything. Do we have heating over here? We don't. So we need to be cautious about that. We could squeeze it in over here and it'll have everything it needs. Plus it'll be pretty accessible. It'll have, yeah, I think it's fine. If we do this, I don't mind it. I think this is a pretty good move, and we'll have it accessible on this side as well. And this uses the space here pretty niftily. Okay, let's do this. It's going to have everything it needs right here on the edge. We'll get that going. If we wanted to assign some, yeah, let's get the crews out here for construction. At the same time, we want to make sure that that path is in fact tying in. I guess we can't do that. Oh, we can. If we do that, we're going to pick up a slightly improved walkability area. So let's do that. We'll get that one tied in over there. We'll get the crews to come in, build that as well. That should be fine. So that should be good, and that should alleviate our concerns with regards to the clinic on this side. Whether we actively want to expand the people here just yet, I don't know yet. So let's have a quick look. We've got the reasonable unemployment over here, so I don't think we need to focus on expanding that too much just yet. Now, We now started to create our own electronics somewhere over here. Sorry about moving around so much. So we are creating electronics, reasonable amounts of electronics. We're filling this guy up pretty well. We've got our distribution office. So let's rename this to be Satomic East, or just Sith Electronics Distribution. There we go. We'll get a couple of vehicles here. We would have loved to build our own, but we're not quite there yet. Give us a couple of covered holes. We're going to grab these guys. That's going to be fine. I'm going to pause it for a second while we say we're going to pick up over here and we're going to load up on electronics. And we are going to go ahead and unload electronics to wherever, right? So this one is going to be unloading electronics to a value of, say, 30%. And that's it, really, right? This is all of our distribution is happening from here. So I guess that's, in the first instance, that is what we're going to do. We will take it to things like our vehicle production line and things like that as well. I don't think we need electronics over here. No, we don't. We do not. Right? Okay, so there we go. So that will immediately start moving electronics to our areas over there. Yeah, these four-way crossings can become pretty busy. This guy's first going to go and fill up a little bit. Now, we do have some concerns with people sporting, not access to sporting areas, which is something that surprised me a little bit, considering we've got the big stadium here, and it's not fully utilized, but maybe the issue is in the winter it's not working. So what we could maybe do is we could supplement it with something like a pool or something like that. So let's have a quick look. Maybe a sports center, to be honest, get this complex growing a little bit more. Maybe on this side, there's some room here for a sporting complex. Let's do it. Let's have a quick look. For citizens, we want sporting, and we've got some pretty nice large sports halls and facilities that are useful throughout the year. So maybe something like this is pretty good. I don't mind that too much. Yeah, let's do that. We'll build that one over there. Come on, is it... What's happening? Wow, that's a little... is it slowing down? I'm a little concerned that it might be slowing down a bit. Now, from here, we might quickly just extend some of these pathways a little bit as well. Okay, so we'll extend that one. Make a start on it. And at the same time, we probably want to run a little something straight through here. Okay, and I thought we might do a little bit of this. All right, just to kind of, make a little bit more going here. Okay, so with that in mind, can we please kind of assign a few guys to this so they make a bit of a move here? I think we can quite comfortably zoom that up so we can make sure we move our electronics to where they need to go. What I can do in the meantime, I can probably get this moving here so that we can go ahead and assign some construction to it. We could also get the helicopters to come in and do their bit. Okay, good. So we'll get that. Hopefully that'll help us out a little bit more with some of these items. This is empty. Why is that? Are we having delays over here? Little bits of delays, I guess. I think what I can do is I can add at least another, and say there and there, so we move a little bit quicker through that intersection. That'll be quite helpful. This should be progressing. Yeah, it is progressing. That is building nicely. That's good. This is moving along as well. This is good. Let's just make sure all of that stuff is underway. This is going nicely, though. We are not necessarily building these guys just yet. So I guess if we have a look, we probably can move these guys in and out to construct over here. We do need to do that. All of this stuff is moving very quickly, though. Yeah, all of this stuff is moving quite nicely. Look at the construction going on over here. So the thing that's missing is our actual rail construction. This stuff, yeah, I'm not confident that we'll be able to do that very effectively, but we'll give it a shot. This is the issue with coming in and backfilling some stuff, is that they're not easy to do and keep the entire network going. But we'll give it a go. So make a start over there. Similarly, I would like you to make a start over here and over here. Please just do it and let's see what happens. If you're doing too many at the same time, we might have issues. But nonetheless, that is moving along pretty nicely. What's happening over here? Are we dissipating any of this stuff? Not really. We're not really moving the needle on that. What's happening? A road cargo station over here. Yeah, well, the guys are on the inbound. Let's have a look at what's going on over here. Still lots and lots of people there. But did we make any kind of dent in with regards to this? We did. Look at that. Look at that. People are now working a lot better. So hopefully everything is a little bit more effective. What's going on over here? We are producing food and alcohol. Pretty niftily, I might add. But clothing over here. Clothing was the other thing that's a little bit challenging for us to deal with. So fabric is coming through, and then from fabrics we're producing clothing. Yeah, pretty effectively, I might add. So clothing is being produced at a reasonable rate, and then we've got clothing exports somewhere, right? Cornoe clothing crop imports, and this is exports. No exports whatsoever here. This is distribution of clothing. No, this is just crops. No clothing distribution there. So who's moving it? Clothing exports. Here we go. Clothing exports more than 30%, then we're exporting. How many vehicles do we have here? Are they old and working or what? Anyway, that our money is good, and I just want to make sure we're actively holding enough clothing to kind of make it happen for us. We've got plenty of little open spaces, which ultimately may turn into things like parking lots as we start to invest in more of those kind of facilities. These are being built. This should be moving at a reasonable pace. We've got reasonable amounts of everything in here ready to go. So our own electronics production is helpful. So that's good. We want to do something in here. Maybe a parking lot could go there ultimately, but we need to do kind of something a little bit nicer on this side. And what we may do while we're at it is let's add an extra. Actually, let's do a little straighter there, and then do that, tie it in over there. I like that idea, please. We can get another crew in to come and do that. It's just going to help us out, frame it off a little bit. Ultimately, we could go straight through the middle here as well. We could tie in on that side too. Let's do that, to be honest. Going to do that. I'm going to tie that one in. Once this is finished, we might be able to run straight through here also. It's fine. Let's build as many of these little paths as we can, so that we have a lot going for it. Okay, good. There we go. That's good. Let's see how we're progressing over here. Ooh, things are moving. What's happening with our rail construction? We've constructed something. Rail construction here is tediously slow. This is very close to being done. 90%. This is done. This is without power supply. I don't think that matters. Ooh, it might matter. It might matter. We have power everywhere here, so we should be able to extend it. This should have power. This doesn't have power. This doesn't have. Maybe we'll just have to extend, get some power going over here. There's a little something in here that if we go underground, that thing is gonna have a wear and tear problem. Because, yeah, we have really no way of getting to it. No way of getting to it. But I'm very keen to start seeing our own vehicle production happening. Look at all of these paths, night lights going on everywhere. Okay, we should have a university here, right? Building without drinking water? Oh, yeah, we were busy on that. Okay, here we go. And it's done. Oh, we've got it. We just, oh, you know what? Hang on. We need to do a little bit of work here. This is without power. It doesn't have water. None of this stuff is working. But this should be powered up. Yep. Okay, so what we'll do, we don't have to pause it while we think about it. Where is all of our power currently coming from? It is coming from over here. So we can definitely get some power on this side as well. Let's start it off with a little bit of power pretty close to all the action. Kind of right over here should give us everything we need power for. Though actually, to be honest, we may do it on this side instead and bring it over from that angle. So let's do that, get a little bit of power going there, and we'll bring this in here. Let's just see that in action. Ooh, actually that is reasonable. So let's get going on that. Let's make sure to get as much of this construction underway as we can so that we can move that a little bit quicker. I don't think we'll be able to get... Oh, we can, even though they'll have to kind of park under those cables in the middle of there. That wouldn't look like a good spot for that. Now, do you have walkability access to any workers? Not really. Oh, hang on. We don't actually have any of these working yet. Okay, let's have a quick look. Where do we have walkable access here? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out all of these pathways. Okay, we'll put it back. We'll have to put it back, otherwise we're going to have some issues. So the idea is we'll do this, then we'll do that, right? And that'll give us the most direct pathway here. So let's make sure to start the construction over there. Now, what we'll do on this side, I think we can go ahead and tie these together and actually tie this together and get it all go over here, right? I think that could all work, and who will be building this for us? Cool. Okay, so all of that is under construction. This is under construction, so hopefully that'll start moving. Now, for this to work, we also need to... So let's get at least a couple of buildings maybe over in this area, which should have accessibility to whatever we have over here. Do we have other side path entrances here? I think what I want to do is run another little path down this stretch here. We do that. We do this. And we do that. Maybe that helps us out a little bit, and we could... do something like this, and then we can ultimately tie this one in on that side as well. Let's leave it like that, just in case we want to put some extra stuff in here. Let's get whoever we can to come and construct all of these things. Thank you. Okay, so now we need a little bit of housing on this side. So let's have a quick look. If we wanted to add a bit of housing here so that those guys would work, I'm guessing we are using some of this. We don't have heating here. If we did it right over here, we'd have heating. Just see. So this guy... Oh, this guy can walk over there. Okay, so we don't need to do that. So these guys should be able to walk over there once we've got that built. Okay, good. Let's leave it there. Hopefully this will give us sufficient people, because we don't need many workers here. I think we need like 7 here, right? 10 workers over here only. So that should be okay. and we can be able to run all of that. Now, what we'll want to do straight away then is we'll want to get a little bit more work substations going on. So if we were to say a small water substation, we don't have water over here. So let's just see, where is our... okay, so we're running this guy all the way straight through there. We can ultimately run, you know, a bit more into that other direction as well. But I guess we want to do something here. So let's just see. So if we wanted to do a little bit of a pumping station, a water switch, a small water switch here somewhere. Maybe yes, just something like this, right? Yeah, well, let's do it over here then. We'll do that. We'll get a bit of a pipe going there. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll get moving on it. We'll get ourselves a little bit of a substation going right next to it over here, and we'll get that one connected also, and we'll get that one connected also. We'll go upstairs. We'll give ourselves a little bit of a gravel path linking between the two of them and linking us over there, and we'll get started on that construction, so at least we'll get that water going. And now, do we have that? We don't have that either. So we need to do the same thing with the sewage. So let's go and grab the sewage side of things. We want sewage is over here. So let's get ourselves a little bit of a sewage switch then. Something like that. Guess this will work. Right, this is a little bit more finicky to get to work. There we go. Come on. There we go. We'll get that to go. And at the same time, we'll get ourselves a little bit of a sewage tank right over here. And we'll tie that one in. There we go. That one to move, and we'll need some pathways, and so that we can get the construction moving over here as well. So we'll do that, and we'll do that, and at the same time we'll say, come on, build it. Okay, so that's underway. What is this? This is a electricity substation, which we're not using just yet. But anyway, that's fine. Everything else is working, so get going on that. Now, there's tons of stuff here that we can clear out, I think, and here we have a bit of a gridlock situation. So, oops. Sorry. Let's just do this. Yeah. So this is the issue. I am get a couple of these guys out of the way. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and say batch construct with rubles. This section, that section, that section, and that section. We'll close that out as well, and we'll close this out as well, and that should do the trick. Okay, so at least we no longer have this issue. It's somehow too difficult to make all of this stuff work with this. Okay, so let's get the signals going quickly. These guys are doing all kinds of directions, but in reality we only needed to go into all of these directions. So where are we placing these guys? Can we do that, and that? Oh, thank goodness it works. Can we... Ooh, this one does not want to work. So... these guys are waiting for what exactly? You're free to go, buddy. Oh, unless you're going... Oh, we'll have a look now. Let's... we're pausing it for a second there, to be honest. Oops. I just clean that out, so we'll just quickly do the rest of this. So this is okay. Then on this side, we would like to do... Okay, we do that, and over here we can do chain. Here we go, that's fine. And they'll kind of wait it out. So, where are you? You want to go... What? Why that specific path? The entire idea of this thing... Ah, it's on the wrong side. Okay, I need to sort some stuff out. Okay, so there's enough room here. Okay, let's figure this out. We need to do a little bit better here with regards to the signaling. Can we try and move these signals a little bit forward? Like that, and then presumably do the opposite direction here. I'll check that out now. And then what we're after is we're saying, oh, actually, it's not like that. Then we'll do this, 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 and this. And again, actually, these are mixed. And mixed like that. Now, this is not mixed. So actually, this one goes that way. And this one goes that way. And then, similarly, this one goes that way, and this one goes that way. And I think that gives us enough room. Let's just see. Can we squeeze this in between those? I think it works. You should be going. And stop it. Yes, so we have room for one to wait, which is, I think, a good length, actually. And now we should be able to keep this intersection moving a little bit longer than normal circumstances has been happening at the moment. Okay, so all of this is built, right? Built. I'm not sure you can pick up vehicles here, but everything else seems to be good. This has got workers ready to go, but no blueprints to be building. For the time being, can we make a start on some stuff? Let's have a quick look. Select a blueprint to manufacture. We'll have to buy a blueprint first. So let's buy a blueprint. Now, what is good for us to build is well, buses on the one hand is a pretty good one for us to build. So let's have a look at some of our bus options. So I'm looking at the speediest of buses. So this one here, pretty pricey to buy that blueprint, but it's a good bus for us to build. This one is quicker by 15 kilometers an hour, but it only carries like 45 passengers. So in reality, I'm going to go with this bus over here. Yeah, we really have nothing quicker than that. So this bus is probably a better one. That one's so much cheaper to buy though. But this one, for longer distances, that might be better. But 45 passengers is just not quite there. So we could presumably buy some of these and then start replacing buses. That's something we could do without much problems. Okay, the other option for us to do is just go with covered hulls and buy the KMZs. This one we'll always use. I'm going to go ahead and buy that one, which means that then if we go to open hull, let's just have a look at that. If we go to open hull, the other KMZ should be much cheaper, right? As opposed to this one. This one is very cheap because we've already kind of got the base for it. So we'll buy that as well. So we've got open hulls ready to go. So what we'll do now is we'll select a blueprint to manufacture, and we'll say do 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we'll get a couple of stuff moving. Okay, so at least there's some stuff in the line. We can obviously sell them and all these kind of things. So what we need for this to work is we need some level of distribution of these items to get here. Okay, so let's well, we can keep moving. We don't have to stop because there's so much construction underway. Actually, let's just have a look what is happening with construction. This is underway. This is all happening. That's all happening. Okay, let's have a quick look at who should be building what, at least here. Yeah. Can do some stuff there. We can do some stuff here as well. But yeah, it's ultimately quite slow. I need to have a bit of a look at what's going on over here also. Now, we should be able to assign some helicopters in here. So let's get started with the construction of these items. We'll go with one side first. Okay, so we'll go with one side first. We'll get the first stuff moving. Okay, so let's do that. Seems logical. Okay, there's a lot going on now. So let's just make a start on this stuff. We ultimately need to build a lot of this as well. So let's do... it's going to be pretty pricey to build. Ooh, this one can't. No access there. Does that one even have a road access? I hope so. Yeah, no problems. No problems. And let's just go back. Get the number 4 out there. Let's do that. Yeah, let's build a lot of stuff here. Okay, let's see if we can get some of these roads built as well. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit challenging through there. Anyway, lots of construction activity over there. Now, let's get back to our distribution. So we need a few different things. We've got a steel distribution. Pretty sure this is steel distribution. Export, this is steel distribution. Ooh. We can have some covered hulls go in here. Okay, so what we want is let's add an extra stop over there. You can drop off some stuff over here. We ultimately will drop off by train, but for the time being, hang on. If I just cancel that for the second. If I go here, do we actually have steel distribution via train? Rail imports, rail exports. And over here, we've got train distribution, and that is doing steel. Okay, so that is picking up steel and dropping it off to wherever. So what we'll do is let's add steel to the mix. We'll do steel over there as well. So now that you're going over here, you're going to go ahead and drop off steel, right? So this needs to be limiting the amounts, and we're going to go with 100 steel and 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, everything else. So that's steel only. This one needs to be what? Fabrics, mechanical components, electronic components, and plastics. And I'm pretty sure we need electronics also, right? Let's just double check that ever so quickly here. See, it's got... Yes. Plastics, mechanical components, okay, electronic components, and fabric, but not electronics per se. Is that correct? Is that correct? If we... Okay, let's leave it at that. So for the time being, we'll do 0 crops, 0 chemicals. We do need fabric, so let's do like, I think 10% only. 0, 0, 0, I think maybe 20%. This is quite a bit, so about 50% and about 20% and 0 and 0, right? We'll do that. I think that is pretty good, actually. That's everything we need for these guys. And yeah, we need a lot of mechanical components, but not so much anything else. Steel is really the big one. We needed a little bit more steel than that. So 11 tons of steel per vehicle. So I think that'll work, actually. In reality, that'll work. We probably don't need such a large warehouse. Now, can we also move some of those items using our current rail setup? So we'll do that. We'll end it there. Let's have a look here. This guy can pick up not those things. So those things cannot be picked up and brought over here. Mechanical components gets in from we do have mechanical component distribution, right? And mechanical component export. So distribution, let's just go directly with that distribution. So we'll pop that in there, pause it for a second, and we'll just say you go there for distribution. And there's a lot needing to go there, so we'll leave it up at 30%. Now, what do we have in here? We have electronics, electronic components. We don't have the plastics or the fabrics, right? So if we go over here, we should have fabric distribution from this side, right? So it's picking up clothing warehouse and food and alcohol warehouse and the fabric warehouse. So from the fabric warehouse, you can quite comfortably go and drop it off over here for us as well, to just fill in on the fabric side of things, right? Pause it over there and let's have a look. So please come and drop off over here 70% of the fabric side of things. Okay, and then we need plastics and we need electronic components. So I think the other thing we'll do is we'll just get the imports guys to also drop off these components for us. I think that's going to be just fine. They're plenty close enough, I think, so that we can come and bring them in over here. I like to keep everything paused, but what we're going to do is it's only going to be electronics and plastics, because we're not currently producing electronics, so it'll bring that in, and we'll go up to 50%. So just go and make that happen. If we go over here now, do we have vehicles available? It seems actually not, right? Those vehicles are all busy. So I think there's one of the first vehicles that's going to come out is going to come out. Well, let's not wait for that. Let's get another vehicle in place here, please, with covered hull. Grab another one and get it moving for us. Thank you. Okay, so we can fill up a little bit more in terms of the components over there. How's this looking? It's looking reasonable. Okay, good stuff. Things are starting to move. Got some primes. Is this built? This is built, so we have water actively doing something. What we don't have is we don't have chemicals here. So let's just have a quick look. I think chemicals can be distributed from here, right? We have chemicals in this area. So this is a big distribution facility. So we'll go ahead and drop off some chemicals over there, please. And let's make sure we've got plenty of chemicals coming in and coming through. Now, one thing that is bothering me a little bit is that these numbers don't look great. These numbers don't look great. So who is bringing in chemicals? This is looking good. I can't remember who's responsible for bringing in chemicals here. Do we have chemicals, rail imports, right? Do we have chemicals being imported here? We do not. I think we need to add chemicals to the mix there. This guy is going to go and get some chemicals. Let's add chemicals to the mix. It's rather safe than sorry. We don't want to run out, and especially with things like the water supply and so on. We don't want to lose that. Is our steel mill active? I think it should be. Yeah, it's definitely active. We are doing the steel thing, so that's good. Did we finish our hospital? We did, so the hospital is ready to go. What we do need to do is just see, do we have a... We don't have that actively accessing it, so let's quickly see about that. Building is in the way. Can you believe this building? Can you believe this building being in the way and like... I think we can make this work, to be honest. Do that. Do this. There we go. That can work. I'll just do that so we can see if this actively works. It does. So here we would like to at least have one hazardous material set up as well. And we'll grab a couple of ambulances here. What is the newest version that we have? The 97 one? This one? Really? That's the best we've got? Oh, that one's looking a little bit better, actually. We'll grab a couple of those guys. And hopefully now these guys have a bit of a better job with regards to the medical side of things. We're still at 84% happiness, and now our unemployment is dropped a lot. I guess it's because of what we've done in Cornoe Harbor over there. Excellent. So things are moving. Look at these. It's a little bit extreme. Are we building stuff? We are awaiting plastics, right? There we go. Working? Working. Nice. Okay, so vehicle production up and running. We can now build our very own vehicles. So we'll do a little bit of that and start to produce a bit of a supply so we can throw a few things in. We'll have to buy a few more blueprints along the way to get that to work. This guy is really not getting any luck. We're burning. Yeah, we've got big issues. This is really not an effective waste one, just because of how we're ending up dealing with the incineration of it. How are we doing over here? We struggle to keep these guys active, but I guess pretty reasonable way. This seems to be wear and tear here seems to be a little bit much. Can we please start the reconstruction there? I don't want any of these things to collapse. Why is this area... I guess this area is not within the range of some of these construction facilities. So what is the... Can we have a look here? We can't actively see the range of this, right? Or can we? Is this assigned here? Can we have a look? Who's assigned to this? Everybody. So it seems like it is within the range, right? So reconstruction is above 50%. So it should be searching for it. Maybe we need to... Oh, hang on. There we go. If we go back down... this was it. It was outside of it. So we just need to extend it a little bit. Maybe extend it even a little bit more, just to make sure we're picking up on these reconstruction items. And that, to be honest, is something we need to keep an eye on, because this area, for instance, might not have what we need. We need to be mindful that these guys might not have even these facilities, right? We might have high wear and tear here, and we don't see anything, too little wear. Okay, replace machines. Okay, so all of that's still okay, but look at this, for instance. Oh, that's just the way it looks. But for instance, we do need to bring a construction office a little bit closer to be able to manage the whole wear and tear side of things. So probably room for another distribution facility, distribution area somewhere a little bit closer, so that we can manage some of these things. Yeah, because wear and tear might be a bit of a challenge for us. Okay. So this is going on actively. We haven't finished our first vehicle yet, but things are moving. This should now have water. Excellent. So all of this is working. Got the technical university in place. We can probably do a little bit of research over here. That's good. We'll do another bit of research somewhere over there. How's the reconstruction over here? This looks... Oh, no, that's something on the roof. Let's go with airport infrastructure, please. Okay, let's have a look at medical research. Somewhere over here. Citizen vaccination. Oh, let's do that. Get people a little healthier. And we'll pop in over here and see what else. We can get OPEC membership. So let's grab OPEC membership. We are an oil producer. So let's go ahead and do that. Excellent. That is looking good. That is looking good. And we have actively built these things. Yeah, so let's just make sure to connect a few more paths over here. So that one, and then what we'll do is we'll do this, and well, we can make a start on those two items at the very least. We could probably do something like this also. And what I'm trying to figure out is, do we want to run? I think we do. Run a path down there. And do we want to run path up here? And I think we do, just to make sure everything is tied together. I don't think we're going to tie in anything like this, but we could do something like that ultimately. So let's get a few of these paths now built. So let's assign whoever we can to come and do these items. We don't have any waste facility nearby. Let's just have a look. We should be able to make use of this one. We just need to kind of get that to move. Electronics is being produced at quite a nifty little pace here. I'm just not sure we're fully integrating it with where we need it. What's the situation with electronics in here? Have we filled this up with electronics? We have. This is pretty full. So let's have a look at this one and say, well, fill it up to the brim, guys. And if we need electronics anywhere else, we can move it from there. Else we've got our own electronics, and we don't need to export it. We can, of course, but we don't need to export it. We can put it in there, and then it distributes evenly throughout our nation at the moment, and it's good for us to not import the electronics at least. So, have we finished off our first vehicle? We should. Have we not? Oh, here they are. We have them in storage already. So we could sell them at a pretty reasonable pace, or we could just assign them some houses. So what I'll do is I'll send at least we can send to, well, we'll send one of them over there. That seems to be a logical spot for us. Now, what I'm keen on understanding is, I know some people have struggled a little bit with vehicles, but I do wonder if wear starts to happen. If it's in this warehouse, does it wear? That is my question. So can we fill up these guys and not have them stored anywhere else? If we just store them in here, we could probably store even more if we needed to. But this is kind of more of a, I'm not sure how this will work. But anyway, we've got vehicles in there ready to go, doing their thing, and we're building away quite nicely here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Creating our very own vehicles. That's excellent. Guys, I think I'm going to leave it there, to be honest. We've achieved a fair bit. There's some reconstruction going on over here. But we've achieved a fair bit. We've built this guy, and we're doing our own vehicles. This will take us some time to get built. I need to have a bit of a look at who's building here. But I think our helicopters are doing their thing, and we're trying to get our other crews in here to come and build some of these roads, right? And now we can add lesser to this stuff, so they can start building here. So we'll try and build as quickly as we can through here. This won't take us too long to build, but because we don't have any roads in this area and we're slowly building the roads and all of these kind of things, it will take a little bit of time. Our rail construction is underway, so these guys are still doing their thing. Yeah, so they are doing their thing, heading in that direction as opposed to anything else. But we need all of this built anyway, so may as well work on it. That's fine. I think that's going to be fine. just keep building it. It'll take us a bit of time to build it. There should be a fair bit of time to get all of the rest of these networks going as well. Okay, and is this working? This doesn't have any chemicals here. So let's just double check who's bringing in chemicals. Where is this guy getting its chemicals from? It's atomic, big, industrial. So let's just also assign it to go over there and also just drop off some chemicals in that location so that we can actively start doing that also. If we have a look at this, all of this should be working, ready to go. This guy is filling up, but it's not actively doing anything because it's not got chemicals, right? That's fine. That is fine. Okay, and we've got the incinerator on fire. Makes sense. We've got a helicopter coming in, I believe. It's a little bit annoying. Here it comes. Oh, no, that's a construction. Where is this helicopter? Here it comes. Is it gonna beat that? It is not gonna beat that. I mean, it wins a little bit, but I think it's going to run out and then it's going to go again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually help it out a little bit by saying, can we please dispatch some fire trucks? I guess from over there is better. So let's dispatch some fire trucks to over here, please. Are they moving? Yeah, there they go. Yeah, here we go. Tons of stuff is coming out this way. And we said, what is the radius for this guy? It should go there. Oh, it's getting water pretty close by at least, so we seem to manage it, but it's not doing enough. So it'll manage it until the fire trucks get here. Here they come. Oh, they're already close. Yeah, this is going to be, wow. It's a challenging one actually, but anyway, it's done. Done. Good. Luckily we managed that and saw about that. What's going on over here? This is looking reasonable. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next episode. Please do leave your comments and suggestions down below. Also, naming suggestions for new areas and any plans for future expansion, do leave it in the comments. I do read everything. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.